And well, for us, for the audience, you are classified as a sex symbol, as the greatest actor of your generation and everything. And for you,
easy now. Careful.
Careful. And for you, who's Brad Pitt? Who's Brad Pitt for yourself?
Shoot, I wouldn't know how to define that. Just me, the guy you wake up with, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of Brad Pitt, his A-list lifestyle, impressive earnings, and the hottest news-making waves in March 2025. If you love Hollywood icons and want to stay updated, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a beat. Let's dive in. It looks like Brad Pitt is ready to take another big step in his personal life, and this time, it's all about love, family, and the future. The Hollywood legend, who has been dating Inés de Ramón since late 2022, isn't just thinking about marriage, he's thinking about fatherhood too. But here's the twist. Sources say Brad insists that a child must come before the wedding. That's right. Pitt, now 60, is reportedly eager to start a family with his 34-year-old girlfriend, and they're not wasting time. Insiders close to the couple reveal that they've been having serious conversations about having a baby, and it's not just a someday plan. They're actively planning for it now. So why would Brad want to have a child first? Well, according to those in the know, Pitt feels that their relationship is already rock solid, and he wants to focus on growing their family before making things official with a wedding. Some speculate that after his highly publicized split from Angelina Jolie, he's approaching marriage differently this time around. Inés has brought a real sense of peace and happiness into Brad's life, says a source close to the actor. He's never been in a rush to remarry, but he sees a future with her, and having a child together first makes perfect sense to him. Unlike his past high-profile romances, Brad and Inés have kept things relatively low-key. They've been spotted together at events, but they're not the kind of couple to make big, flashy public declarations. Instead, their relationship has been built on quiet moments, shared experiences, and mutual support. Inés is exactly the kind of woman Brad needs, an insider shares. She's low drama, independent, and incredibly supportive. She's not looking for fame. She just enjoys being with him. This relationship has been so strong that they moved in together earlier this year, a clear sign that they're fully committed to building a life together. And now, with talks of a baby, it's clear they're thinking long-term. So, when will the wedding actually happen? According to sources, Brad and Inés are aiming for an early fall 2025 ceremony. While details are still under wraps, it's expected to be a private and intimate affair, a stark contrast to Pitt's lavish 2000 wedding to Jennifer Aniston. They want something elegant but personal, a source reveals. Brad doesn't want a big Hollywood spectacle. It will likely be a small wedding with only close friends and family. There's also speculation that the wedding could take place in Europe, possibly in France or Italy, where Brad has spent a lot of time over the years. The couple is reportedly considering a romantic venue away from the spotlight, ensuring they can celebrate their love without outside distractions. If everything goes as planned, Brad Pitt could be welcoming a new addition to his family in the near future, before walking down the aisle in fall 2025. One thing's for sure, this next chapter in Brad's life is shaping up to be one of the most exciting yet. We all know Brad Pitt, Hollywood superstar, award-winning actor, and one of the most recognizable faces in the world. But what if one day you received a message claiming to be from him? Would you believe it? Well, that's exactly what happened to Anne, a 53-year-old interior designer from France. And unfortunately, what started as an online fantasy quickly turned into a nightmare, one that cost her 830,000 euros. Anne's story began in February 2023 when she received an unexpected message, not from Brad Pitt directly, but from someone claiming to be his mother. Strange, right? But this was just the beginning. Shortly after, Anne was contacted by another account, this time pretending to be Brad Pitt himself. Now, keep in mind, Pitt doesn't have social media, but scammers? They're smart. They used fake profiles, WhatsApp accounts, and even AI-generated images to convince Anne that she was actually talking to the Hollywood star. And guess what? It worked. Over the course of a year and a half, Anne believed she was in a relationship with Brad Pitt. They exchanged messages, talked about their lives, and even expressed feelings for each other. To her, this wasn't just a fling. She genuinely thought they were in love. Then came the big ask. The fake Pitt told Anne that he was going through a difficult divorce with Angelina Jolie, which is true in real life, and that because of this, his accounts had been frozen. He claimed he needed financial help for cancer treatment. To make it seem real, the scammers even sent AI-generated images of Brad Pitt in a hospital bed and a fake passport to prove his identity. Anne, believing she was helping the love of her life, sent hundreds of thousands of euros to the scammers. And she kept sending money for months. Anne only realized she had been scammed when she saw a real photo of Brad Pitt with his girlfriend, Inés de Ramón. It hit her. She had never been talking to Brad Pitt. It was all a cruel lie. She immediately filed a police report, but the damage was already done. Not just financially, but emotionally too. According to reports, Anne struggled with severe depression and had to be hospitalized. As news of the scam spread, Brad Pitt's team responded. A spokesperson for the actor called it awful and warned fans about online scams. Unfortunately, Anne isn't the first or last person to fall victim to a scam like this. Celebrity impersonation scams are becoming more common. It's official. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's divorce is finally coming to an end. After 8 years of legal battles, emotional turmoil, and public speculation, a judge has approved their divorce settlement. While this isn't the end of all their legal disputes, it does mark the close of one of Hollywood's most drawn-out and dramatic breakups. Brad and Angelina were once Hollywood's golden couple. From the moment they met on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004, their chemistry was undeniable. They spent 12 years together, built a family of 6 children, and even tied the knot in a beautiful ceremony at their French estate, Chateau Miraval, in 2014. But just 2 years later, in 2016, it all came crashing down. Jolie filed for divorce following an alleged incident on a private jet, claiming Pitt had been physically abusive towards her and their children. The FBI and child services were involved, but no charges were ever filed against Pitt. What followed was an exhausting legal battle over child custody, finances, and even a bitter fight over their shared winery. The process dragged on for years with delays, disputes, and even a judge getting removed from the case. The newly approved settlement officially ends their financial obligations to each other, meaning no future spousal support. While the full details remain private, this agreement brings some closure to the divorce. However, the court will still oversee child custody arrangements for their 2 remaining minor children, Knox and Vivian, both 16. The other 4 kids, Maddox, Pax, Zahara, and Shiloh, are now adults, so custody agreements no longer apply to them. One thing that remains unresolved? The battle over Chateau Miraval. Pitt sued Jolie after she sold her half of the French winery to a third party, claiming she did so out of revenge. Jolie, in turn, accused Pitt of trying to force her into signing an NDA to silence her about alleged abuse. Angelina's reaction: exhausted but relieved. Jolie's lawyer made it clear. This fight has drained her. This is just one part of a long, ongoing process that started 8 years ago. Frankly, Angelina is exhausted, but she is relieved this one part is over, said her attorney. Jolie has largely stepped back from Hollywood in recent years, focusing on raising her children and directing films. However, she's making a major comeback with her role as Maria Callas in the upcoming biopic Maria, which is already creating Oscar buzz. Pitt, on the other hand, has thrived professionally post-divorce. His career hit new heights in 2019 when he won an Oscar for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Since then, he's continued producing and starring in high-profile projects. So, is this the true end of Brangelina? Legally, yes, at least when it comes to their divorce. But with the ongoing winery lawsuit and lingering custody issues, their legal entanglement isn't completely over. Still, after 8 long years, this chapter of their lives is finally closing. For both Brad and Angelina, it's time to move forward, separately. What surprised you most? Drop a comment below. If you liked this, check out the videos on your screen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.